can't do it without smiling.
We're live. Hello guys, we're
Dude.
back.
Huh? What? How's it going?
I think they could hear you preparing already. So.
It's so hard to keep a straight face. Especially when you're looking back at the Pepe in the chat. It's just impossible to win in that staring contest.
Okay. Actually, I need to check the password for finals. I completely forgot again.
Okay, I can't keep it up, guys. I'm sorry.
I did try.
I'll take the L.
That's fine.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it's pretty hard to
at
beat
least
an emote
70%
at staring.
effort.
Because it's an emote. If it was animated at least. Like, you need like a pepper stare emote that randomly stops staring at some point. Like a GIF with a randomized timer. Kind of.
And it'll just blink.
And then you have to try to beat that.
That'd be great. Help us, Rachel. Thank you.
Okay. Enough pepper staring. Let's try to explain the format again, because I'm aware my last explanation was a bit shit. Basically, what cup mode means, it's a cup mode with 8 people. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. So pretty much what we already had, except with 8 players, going at it at the same time in rounds again, but we have a different points partition. First place each round gets 10 points, second place 8 points, and then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No one gets 7 points. It's 10, 8, 6. So first place and second place get awarded extra a little bit and are worth more. So we have like a bit of a comeback mechanic here. For example, DNF is not important in this scenario because you can gain back more points by getting a top 1 or top 2 compared to the previous format. And then why it's named Cup mode is because it has what's called a finalist mode, which is effectively a points limit. And once you reach that points limit, you become finalist. So in this case, we have a points limit of 120 points. And as soon as the first guy hits 120 points, he becomes finalist. And finalist effectively means that he has to win yet another round. Doesn't matter on which map or anything else. He just has to win a round and then actually wins the entire match. And same for the other guys. And there is a possibility to have multiple finalists as well. So we can have like 3 guys in finalists because 3 guys have reached the 120 points limit. And all 3 of these can now win the entire match by winning that single round coming up. So finalist mode can lead to a really exciting climax at the end of the match. And we really hope that's going to happen here. Absolutely. I hope that was a little bit clearer of an explanation than the last one. Second time the charm, right?
If I'm not mistaken, obviously the first person to win a round in finalist mode will win the competition, but we also have 3 other slots for the top 4 positions for finalists. So we will have 4 finalists at least. If they're at the same time or not, we don't know, but there definitely will be 4 people exceeding that 120 point limit. So definitely going to be very exciting.
All right, let's swap to the in-game scene because we are about to go live, I think. At least, we have 17:30. We should be going live with a warm-up soonish. Let's go to the in-game scene, so no more pepper staring. Yeah, one last quick pepper staring.
Okay, yeah, I had to get it in.
Yeah, you saw it.
All right.
And let's see what the players have in store for us. Let's hope for Mother's sake he has cleaned up his previous mistakes and will do a few less DNFs now. Because even though you can catch up more easily in this format, DNFs are still quite impactful. Especially if you're fighting for first place.
As one of the casters, obviously I'm trying to remain unbiased, not rooting for anyone specifically, but you chat, you are allowed to have bias. Who are you guys rooting for this finals? Any fans of these players rooting for their guy out there? You got a Vera, who is the American.
You can tell Import is American too because he recognizes you're American right away. Just by listening to you.
How's it going, Import? I'm not playing, sadly. And if I was, I don't think I'd be top 8. Yeah, we got a lot of Vera support in the chat. Follower mode, mod check.
Yeah, chat is
we got a max call
for
here.
the underdog who came in the last possible qualifying slot.
Makes sense. Are we live? This is the first round. Here we go.
Yes, we are actually live in the first round already. There was a quick sweep to first round for a change. We have Max and Link off to the best starts, going really wide, but everyone else still within contention. Vera unfortunately missing a couple SDs here, trying to zigzag really hard, but not quite managing to lose grip in time. Will drop back quite a bit, but he is not in last. Actually, somebody must have made a major mistake.
It was Ox.
No, it was Ox. Okay, Ox clipped.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we see Mada back in peak form, leading the pack as we are used to on this map. Though Kirill does have good speed and might be able to catch up. He actually has already caught up and is now overtaking Mada, also getting a better line here, going for the longer upside down SD. But Mada has somehow pulled an even better upside down SD. I guess Kirill missed the entrance point where you have to steer like really hard to get the SD, while Mada didn't, and Mada snipes him back. And finishes first with a .89. That's a really sick round already. .89 and .95. 194.
They're really pushing it, and the first 10 points are secured for Mada. Krill looking really good so far, but he's going to have to start getting some wins if he wants to get that first place coveted position. Max starting off with a very good lead here. Oh, Kirill does miss the zigzag SD up the hill, although he's retaining pretty decent speed here, so not too much of a problem. Max goes really high on that exit there, and that leaves room for Kirill to actually overtake, and Mada starting to gain a huge lead here, takes a very inside line on that big turn there, and is using that space to generate even more speed. The uphill SDs now adding to that. Kirill, though, slowly gaining traction on him. They are moving quickly through this. I have no idea who's in third. It is Link in third, and now Mada trying to hold the lead up. A respawn.
Ooh,
Did Mada just randomly respawn?
Yeah, Mada went too far to the left and would have missed the finish, I think. At least it looked like it. I'm assuming he didn't just,
He missed a checkpoint.
How? Which one can you miss?
I have no idea. Okay. He was just in the lead there, and then boop, he just disappeared. Must have missed a checkpoint somewhere.
I've never seen that one before. That's a bit of a bummer, because they would have had that first place secured for sure.
Yep, definitely upset, but I'm sure Link doesn't mind. Gets those points on the board.
Meanwhile, crowd favorite Vera's not off to the best start, but neither is Ox. Both only sitting at 5 points. Really struggling in the finals so far. Maybe crumbling a little bit under the pressure they put by the leading pack in Mada, Kirill, and Chroma, and also Link, who are setting a blistering pace right now. Though Vera this round off to a really good start, like actually getting a bit of airtime here unfortunately, and will lose positions now. Yeah, I can see pretty much everyone popping back in. See where Ox currently is. Yeah, Ox also not doing too well, getting an awkward line here. Might be overtaken by Acid or really close. Yeah, Acid does overtake him, but so does Vera. Ox actually coming in last, still sitting at 6 points.
Takes that 10. Chroma very, very close behind there. Very close round between those two.
The Evo guys popping in another ace here. Really good team performance.
Making the solo comp a bit of a team play happening here. Although they're
look
not
like
sharing
team
points.
players.
Yeah, no, they're fighting between each other, really. Ox needs to make some things happen to get back in the groove here. Sitting at 8th, right behind Vera. Mada in the middle of the pack, doing a little bit worse than predicted. The Evo gang are really putting it on in this finals. Although Mada in third now, trying to push, trying to catch up to Link and Chroma.
Yeah, but he missed an SD. Gonna be difficult.
Yeah, he's getting slowly caught up by the rest of the pack as well. Although Link solidly keeping a lead here, will Chroma be able to move ahead and catch up to his teammate, securing those 10 points? We'll have to see. This last SD up the hill is typically very important for the ending, but it is Chroma who takes it over Link and Mutta in third. So Mutta moving back up the pack. Max right behind him in fourth. Starting to see who is the true leaders of this final so far with the point distribution.
After the first map, I think is Kirill leading. Barely in front of his teammate. Let's see. Yeah, it's Kirill actually tied with Chroma and followed by Link only 1 point back. Mother also still within reach. I mean, anyone's still within reach. It's been the first map and we go to 120 points. But the Evo guy is definitely off to the best start. Meanwhile, Ox and Vera struggling a little bit, and Acid and Max also not quite able to keep the pace yet. But we've seen Max perform really well on this map in particular before. So maybe he can catch back up here. Maybe Vera and Ox can make a difference here too. But it's going to be really difficult. Like, they just seem to be outpaced a little bit by the leading pack.
That's the hard truth of FullSpeed. If you don't have the pace, it's simply impossible sometimes to come back from a deficit because these players are so consistent at such a high pace. So they would have to be very unlucky and make a lot of mistakes, or rather, the back of the pack would have to get very lucky. So you don't ever want to rely on luck in a competition setting. So.
And the problem is, even if some players make a mistake, then there's still, well, everyone else. So you need, like, if you're one of the back markers who don't quite have the pace to keep up with the top players, you need multiple mistakes to make meaningful gains in points. So you kind of have to try to risk it and hope for like a 1, 2, 3 finish in one of the rounds where the leading players don't pull up insane times.
Exactly. All right, first round of the second map, Chill Day. Here we go.
Everyone off to a decent start. Ox having a bit much airtime here, but doesn't lose out on too much speed. Actually keeps up really well. Only Max pulling away a little bit. Really tight pack at the front. Everybody pretty much with the same speed. Chroma now leading. Chroma has had incredible starts on this the entire day already. Chroma's pretty much been leading this map every single round, and then he has, well, continuously been caught up in the part coming out, and he has already missed like half an SD here, and might be caught as a result. But we will see. It's looking like Max is able to catch up a little bit, but Chroma's still with good pace. Gets a good line here as well, might actually be able to keep his lead. Ox overtaking Link with a better SD, but now getting an awkward wall entrance. Might be sniped back. Oh, and actually hits the finish!
Oh no!
But unlike Dave, he gets a bit of a luckier quick respawn and can actually finish in the second attempt. But it still means he will only be last and won't get any meaningful points here. A third place would have been so important for him, but unfortunately, it shouldn't be.
Ox raging at Kenji, the mapper, for that risky, although it is on him.
Skill check.
Bit of a skill issue there. it is hard though, so you have to forgive the players somewhat for making mistakes, but here we go. The players who are not making as many mistakes are clearly defining themselves now. Ox maybe a little bit tilted after that, but he's still playing fantastic, maybe using that anger to drive him. Although we have Mutta in the front of the pack, followed very closely by some of the Evo gang, as well as Max. Max is pushing very close to Mutta. Mutta, usually one of the better ending drivers, so if Mutta's in the front, you never know, he could just keep it all the way to the end. But Kirill actually overtakes him in this section here on the tube, leading into the TO. This is where Mutta usually gains the most speed. He is trying to gain on Kirill, but Kirill is holding the lead. He does end up holding that lead, and Mutta does take second, followed by Link and Chroma, and Max and Ox. So Acid not having the best time in 6th place right now. He's only at 19 points compared to Chroma's 44. There's going to be a lot of a deficit to build up here, or to make up, rather.
Yeah, all three, Acid, Ox, and Casper, are already going to have to put in serious effort to claw back points, slowly but surely. But it's not looking like it's happening on this map, they're just being outpaced. Maybe they're going to be able to do better on the third map, and maybe they can recover in the further times this map will be played, because we will definitely have some maps being played multiple times. For now though, Ox is off to an awesome start actually. Oh, and I jinxed him again, it seems. Link also not getting the best line, having to entirely ditch the long SD, will most likely be caught by Mutta. That was the wrong player.
Oh,
yeah, he's not only being caught by Mada, he's actually risking it for the biscuit to gain some extra speed after missing out on SD, and as a result will clip on the inside and drop out of this round. And now it's Mada poised to take first place ahead of Kirill, who has a lot less speed and won't catch up. Mada with a 0.28, pretty solid time. Acid also clocking in some important points, not doing too well up until here. So that's a really important third place.
That round was hectic.
Oh yes, ahead of Chroma, Max, and Ox.
That ending is always so mesmerizing to watch. The players so consistent with those SDs, they almost get, you know, the theoretical maximum amount of speed you could possibly get from it, but the rest of the map is still something very inconsistent if you're not paying very close attention. So these players are losing and getting increments of speed here and there depending on their angle of attack and how well they get each SD.
Ox made a mistake, by the way. He's trailing.
Oh, he did. And Mada in the front, trailed by Chroma. Is Chroma overtaking?
No, Chroma just respawned, I think.
Oh, he's all the way in the back. I'm like completely lost. Acid actually is following Krill and Mada, as well as Lynx. So the top four here, Acid trying to gain back his position here. Although Krill and Mada are such masters of this end, it's going to be almost impossible to catch up to them. Who will take first is the real question. Will it be Kirill or Mada? They are so neck and neck close. It is Mada by a fraction of a second. Good lord. What a round. Good round.
It's a really close one. Mada has recovered nicely after having to respawn because he missed the checkpoint on the previous map and has now clawed his way back into the top spots and is only 1 point behind Kirill for the lead now. So, as sort of to be expected, the match is slowly developing into a one-on-one between Kirill and Mada at the top, but Chroma and Link are still very much in contention. It only takes minor mistakes by Kirill and Mada, and Chroma and Link can just pop back in and take the lead. Ox and Vera still struggling a little bit. Let's see if they can do better on this map and claw back some points. And Acid and Max still within a reasonable distance. If they can win a couple rounds back to back, they're also back into the picture. So still a very close fight here.
And the addition of finalist mode gives that extra pressure to the people in the front of the points ranking. So we maybe will see some mistakes happen when players are in that finalist mode, but we'll just have to see how they handle the pressure. It's going to be very important. And players getting their warm-up run on Syrup. We'll have to see who's got the pace. Ox looks very good, very poised for these rounds here.
Yeah, Ox still holding the online WR unless anyone has taken it during these rounds, but at least on this server we still have a 0.0 local, that is 0.1 behind Ox WR. So he's poised and ready, actually also popping in a 0.024 here in warm-up, which would be first local if it wasn't warm-up. So he's definitely poised and ready to claw back some points and move himself back into the money spots. Actually, all of these guys are already in the money, to be clear. Like, top 8 do get prize money, but top 4 do get significantly more.
Cool.
Yeah, we're off to the first round. Ox off to a great start, fighting Max for first place right now. Already 0.05 ahead. Let's have a look at Vera, who also has a really good time on this map. Might also be able to regain a few points, but not looking too good this round as he's in 7th place, fighting it out with Acid for last right now. Maybe he can capitalize on a couple of mistakes. Meanwhile at the front, Ox has built up a little bit of a lead, but still chased by Link. So if Ox makes a minor mistake, Link will have him covered. I think Vera's actually going for a Galaxy Slide, yeah, and Kirill's indeed coming back. Ox not with an ideal feature there.
Wow! Kirill overtakes Link and Ox to win that round in a beautiful ending section. Just astounding driving there. Oh my goodness.
Ox lost almost 0.1 in that last section because he got an awkward exit and not the best wall entrance as a result. It's unfortunate. But still, a 3rd place means some good and very needed points for Ox here.
Absolutely. And here we go. Chroma now leading the pack, followed by Mada. It's going to be very important to hit all of these sections correctly because all of these players are so well practiced and so well trained that any tiny mistake will cost you most likely the round, or at least the most points you can get. So now Acid actually doing fantastic on this middle section, down the hill, up into the reverse TO and into the tube, still holding that lead. We can see Mutta and Kirill fighting for this first, or possibly first place position here, trying to catch up. Kirill has had amazing tube sections, although Link, right behind Mutta, actually catching up, gaining a very good amount of speed. Who will gain the third place here? Acid and Kirill fighting for first. Acid takes it. Beautiful job by Acid to hold that lead. Kirill so close. 0.005 of a second behind. The margin for error is minuscule between these players. It's really a joy to watch.
Yep.
And Mutta takes third.
I think Link missed an SD out of the last wall because I don't know how else Mutta would have re-sniped him. Like, Link had a really tight finish, but Mutta still somehow sniped him. He must have had a really, really good wall exit. And yeah, but Kirill has actually built up a bit of a lead here again. After Mutta almost overtook him on the last map. He's now back to a solid lead. And might be looking to extend that this round, but so far it's not looking too good. Actually, as I say that, he just pops back into first place with ridiculous speed. And is now chased by the previously leading Link and Ox.
Mutta's actually in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, Vera actually also quite far at the front, off to a good start. Not getting the best exit here. Although Ox not getting the best exit either. Meanwhile, Acid getting an awesome feature. Popping back into the picture, and he's gonna overtake both Link and Kirill, I think. Yes, he had so much more speed. It looked almost like pretty much everyone didn't really manage their grip at the top of that feature properly, except Acid, who just zoomed past.
Yeah, Acid really putting it on this map. Fourth round here, force Europe, at least the first time around. So these players gonna maximize their point. Acid is clearly having a fantastic map here. So he's got to push this and hopefully get another first place if he wants to stay in contention. But Chroma, as always, with a fantastic start. We'll see if Chroma can hold that lead for this match, or will Kirill, Mutta, or some of the other players overtake. Ox seems to be doing very well this round, keeping up with the front of the pack, looking for these SDs down the hill. Here we go, Link, Kirill, trying to gain that speed. Actually, Vera, near the front, in second place, doing very well this round. He's usually had trouble near the ending sections with those tubes. Let's see if he can have a better ending here and get some much needed points. No! He goes off the side there. Does not get the entry to that 3x3 very well. And Chroma is left to his own devices in the front. Kirill and Mutta will take second and third, respectively.
That's an important first place for Chroma, who has not had the best start to this map and also not the best end to the last map. And is now climbing his way back up. Almost catching up to Mutta here and overtaking his teammate.
Yep.
And now we have a bit of I think we have almost a 10-point gap between Kirill and Mutta, and then another 10-point gap between Mutta and Chroma, pretty much. It's an 11-point and 8-point gap.
Right. So the top two is starting to get pretty defined. It does go to 120, so already hitting 90 after the first two maps, if I'm not mistaken, or three.
First three.
I'm so bad at counting. Oh my god.
Oh, good. Me too. Well, we're back on Rag, which is being played for the first time, so we have completed the first cycle.
Okay.
And yes, Kirill can already enter finalist mode here. And if he wins all 4 rounds, he can actually already win the entire match. Which is unlikely to happen because Mutta has by far the best pace on this map. Mutta hasn't been very consistent here, but he had the best pace. So I'm assuming Mutta will at least win 1 or 2 rounds.
Yeah, when Mutta's on his line, he is a force to be reckoned with, although the pressure must be high right now, and getting it consistently every round is not an easy task. We'll have to see after this warm-up how they compete. Although, could you imagine if Kirill wins every round and gets finalists? That would be unbelievable, performance-wise.
Really good effort, I think. I mean, he did pull a 3-round win earlier. Like, he won 3 out of 4 rounds on, I think it was Willis map earlier on. Oh. But it's gonna be really hard to pull it off on this one. Like, this map is so difficult to do consistently well. There's so many things that can go wrong. But let's see. I mean, it's not like the others cannot make mistakes and the round C make mistakes. It's very much possible.
Very interesting to see how the players take that first turn there.
Max flipping the transitions.
Yep.
And it's Kirill actually off the best start, not looking bad. But Mada is right behind. Let's actually check that battle out as soon as I stop mistyping. And yeah, Mada has gotten better speed here. Barely better speed. It's really, really close. Let's see. Yeah, they're inside each other, neck by neck, fighting for that first place. It is so important for Kirill, and also so important for Mada, because I mean, every point he takes away from Kirill takes himself 1 point closer to closing it out. And Mada does get the better feature here, but Kirill also with a really good follow-up. Oh. And Mada does win the round by 0.003 of a second.
Wow.
What a
These rounds are unbelievable. These players never fail to put on a show. Look at that. I'm just sitting here smiling like an idiot. Oh, it's great. And here we go for the second round. Mada clearly showing his prowess on this map, although clearly the other players are, have an ability to keep pace and make it very competitive as they are. Chroma here, going for his zigzag SDs, gets a really nice one. I think he went full risk for that and is getting all the benefits from it. Max solidly in first, although he is getting slowly gained on by these players with more speed. Chroma now overtaking very slowly, although Max is holding up into this turn into the tube. Who will get the most speed out of it? It looks like Max gets a fantastic tube there, maybe using some of that Riwall's magic in the tubes there. And Chroma now far behind Max. Max seems to be just on their own pace here. I can't even tell who's behind here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of crashes this round. Link.
Yeah, Mada actually takes second.
Link got some airtime on the second. Not Link. Kirill got some airtime on the second transition. Vera crashed out in one of the tubes, and Ox crashed out in the Jeffrey. So there was a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, it was great pace there, and somewhere just did not make the transition or obstacle cleanly.
Yeah, but looking at the bigger picture, there was a really good run from Mada, who is now only sitting 6 points behind Kirill, and Kirill cannot close out the match on this map anymore. He can't even get finalists on this map anymore. Actually, that's bullshit. He can still get finalists if he wins the next 2 rounds. Meanwhile, yeah, Mada and Kirill have built a bit of a distance to Chroma, who is sitting at 78 points, tied with his teammate. And while Ox and Kasper are now too far away to make an impact. They need a miracle comeback at this point in time, and so do Max and Acid really. It's really between Evo guys and Mada. Talking about Mada, he is currently leading, as Kirill must have made another mistake, because he was in first for a long time of this round. And talking about mistakes, it is Mada going way too tight, crashing out of this round. Oh, that's a gift.
Pressure is rising.
That's a really big gift to Kirill. Yeah, that means Link and Chroma will come closer to the leading duo once again, and Ox and Max also picking up some important points in the fight for the bottom spots.
Kirill, the first to break 100 points, sitting at 106, now in the 4th round of Rock, second go around. Ox has been having a very fast pace in these rounds, but sadly his point, amount will not let him really easily come back from this deficit, so even though he is having good rounds here, may not be effectual for the end of the competition. However, he is keeping pace with Mada right now. Kirill solidly in front, really trying to push this map, get as many points as possible. He can taste the victory. It's only a few points away from finalists, and then one more win, obviously, to get the first place. Mada trying to gain that time back. We're seeing Ox and Chroma, I believe, maybe Link, fighting it out for 4th place.
Link is not fighting it out anywhere
because
he just full crashed. Yeah, and then
it was Acid. Acid swiped the 3rd place from Ox there, and Kirill obviously getting 1st place there with a very nice time.
Well, it was a caster curse if I've ever seen. Well, literally the second you mentioned Link, he just bonked into the ring.
I wasn't even looking at him. I just thought he was right there.
Kirill popping a good one to exit this map and set up his chances to close it out on Chill Day. We're likely seeing a finalist here. I mean, very likely. Kirill needs to... Is it even possible? No, it's not. Even if Kirill gets last every single round, he will become a finalist.
We all know that's not happening.
Yep. Yeah, so best case for Mada, he'll be finalist in 2 rounds. So if Kirill gets to finalists this round by getting, I think, 5th place or better, then he will have one single round where he can win the match before Mada also gets to finalist.
CD giving every possible option.
Yeah, I guess that's a scenario here, but
technically,
it's a very unlikely one here. Like, what if he by mistake bound his DNF button to accelerate before this map? Who knows?
Biped could happen. Acid though showing some very good lines here, fighting Chroma in the warm-up. Possibly gonna see Acid make some money moves here. He is in 5th place, so not completely out of the realm of possibilities to get into the top 4 here. So still fighting with everything they've got. That's part of FullSpeed, especially FullSpeed competition. You can never give up. No DNFs if you can help it. And here we go. Good luck, have fun. Being set between the players. We see the first round of Chill Day.
Yep. Kasper, it looks like, still hasn't quite figured out you can actually just go straight at the start and you lose a lot less time. I mean, it's not groundbreaking time he loses, because he doesn't lose any speed, but it's just like 0.05 gone for no reason. Ox already made a bit of a mistake. Meanwhile, at the front, we have Kirill in the lead, poised to close out this match. Acid clipping the inside there. Well, who clipped the outside? Somebody else also clipped the outside. I think it was Link. And now Chroma, Kirill, and Mada are fighting for 1st place. And would actually be a really important 1st place for Mada, because the sooner he gets to finalist, the less opportunity Kirill gets to close out the match without Mada being able to make an impact. But for now, it's Chroma actually denying Kirill the 1st place, and Kirill had a really bad feature there and is now going to be overtaken by Mada and Chroma. It doesn't really matter too much because he will be finalist either way, so it's literally irrelevant.
Yeah. Chroma had just a beautiful uphill speed drift there, and then perfectly landed into the transition before that tube. It's just so clean, and does secure that 1st place there. So very nice by him. Kirill now in finalists. We could see our first champion crowned. I mean, the ultimate champion of Forsaken FullSpeed Cup 2022, at least. Maybe we'll get more, hopefully. This has been very fun so far, and let's see if Kirill can actually make it work and get this win right here. Oh, no, he clips. I caster cursed him. There he goes. The power is too much to handle, even for Kirill.
You had to cast him. He's the one that can close on the match. That's the one time.
It's my fault. I'll take the
No. That's the one time as a player you have to withstand the caster curse. And it's impossible to not cast a curse.
So Chroma now, using that Kirill's death there to take the 1st place spot. Link and Ox actually coming in 2nd, but usually we see some of the players getting extra speed here. Mada coming in from the back of the pack here. Will he overtake Acid? We are seeing Chroma stake that 1st place position, followed by Ox. Ox putting in some good points.
Mada's going to be hit with a slap in the face, and he will be at 119 points because he wasn't quite able to snipe Acid for the finish.
Ooh.
It would have been so important because now Kirill gets another free attempt at winning this match.
That's true. Very important.
Alright, let's have a look at Kirill again. The man who can close it all out now. He was already off to a really flying start the earlier round on, but he pushed a little too hard, I guess. Let's see if he can fix it this time. He seems to have the best starts here. Chroma usually also keeping up, but Kirill has this covered in the latter parts of the map. Like Kirill usually... Okay, great lag.
The pack Mada has clipped.
And does have a slightly better lineup here, I think. Let's see if he can make a difference and overtake Chroma in the end.
It's looking good.
Like,
he does have
historically today, Kirill has had the better answer.
Kirill overtakes
Chroma. A lot more speed. He does get the worst wall exit, but he does it. He did it!
Yes!
Kirill wins the 1st edition of the Forsaken Cup. That is very well deserved. The offline practice paying dividends. And he's able to beat out his teammates and Mada.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that ending from Kirill is so well played. And Chroma, even with a pretty darn good line there, just slightly better by Kirill, and that speed difference made all the difference. And Kirill soared to the victory. There it is, our first victor. Very well played.
Thing is now, Mada looked very much secure for second place so far, but he has been struggling on this map right now. And Chroma is actually back within range. Mada does have finalist mode here, and if he wins this round, he will take second. But Chroma is looking poised and ready to deny him this round, and he will also become finalist after this. So
true, although
we may still have Evo 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Mada
right now,
will
Chroma,
have more speed.
solid lead in this round. Yeah, he's pretty far back right here. Link is actually overtaking him, but no, he does clip. Oh my goodness, my curse is immense. But Mudda now soaring back to fight Chroma, but will Chroma be able to hold this lead and deny Mudda that finalist position here? He does. Nice job by Chroma to keep Mudda at bay.
By an inch. Chroma had a really bad end there.
Yeah, he did. He had such a nice start though, and such a big lead that he did hold it.
Okay, now we have
two finalists.
Now we have a double finalist between Chroma and Mudda. And Chroma looking really good on this map, but we're skipping to the next map, unfortunately for him. Let's see who has the better, well, not really day, but the better round on this one. Who can adapt quicker to the new map, refresh his muscle memory in the warm-up, and pull away and secure that second spot.
So Carol just gets to sit back and relax with his job well done. Meanwhile, the other EVO members still fighting for their life against one of the best players in the world, a literal pro. And Mudda in the spot where he can make it second place. I'm not sure how the money distribution goes, but obviously getting better is
I can tell you after. I have it written down, but I don't remember exactly.
I mean, the money's irrelevant. We're talking about skill, we're talking about glory, we're talking about bragging rights, the important stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's full speed. The really important stuff is the bragging rights. Always has been.
Absolutely. Oh, Sam just give us a number. We got 67.5, 56, 25 cents, 33, 75 cents, etc. So some pretty decent cash for, you know, some stuff that most of these players just do for fun. You know, we all just love this style so much, and we're here to watch or compete.
Acid actually looking poised to make this a bit more interesting by maybe denying both Chroma and Mudda some rounds here. Let's see. I mean, Link has also been looking good on this map, so we may still have Link in it, who can also become finalist if he wins 2 rounds back to back. It's unlikely, maybe. Let's have a look at him for now. Chroma off to the best start as usual on this one. Mudda going a bit wide here, but might secure some extra speed doing that. I don't think so. Going wide there generally means you get an awkward line into the next feature. So you don't necessarily get extra speed, and that is, I think, Ox dropping out of the map. And we have a 3-way fight between Chroma, Mudda, and Vera at the top. Which currently Mudda is winning, and Mudda has usually had the better speed towards the end of the map here. And yeah, Chroma doesn't have the best line here either. I think Mudda has this in the bag. Chroma should not be able to catch up here. Yeah, Mudda has way more speed. Gets a decent line, takes a safe end, and Mudda will secure a second place with what's actually the best match time we had on this map today. Mudda making very sure no one's beating him to this one.
Well played by Mudda to grab that second place.
That is only 400 of world record to close out the match for him.
Yeah, wow.
It's a sick one to end it off.
Super sick.
And now we have Chroma versus Link pretty much. Acids are somewhat within reasonable distance, but not that close. So Chroma has been looking really good here. Sorry,
absolutely. It's all good. Chroma, yeah, he's the only finalist right now. Link or Acid are probably the players who need to deny him these rounds. Chroma took that super low wall ride, didn't actually get the most speed out of it, is now being overtaken by Acid, speaking of. So Acid being the one to play the denying role this round. Solidly in first. Let's take a look at the middle of the pack here. Link just behind the two. And Acid doing so well to keep this lead here. He's taking these obstacles very clean, although Link does in fact get a better ending, although all they care about for the most part is that it is not Chroma being the one finishing first, and it is indeed Link who steals that first place there, followed by Acid. So Chroma have some stiff competition here to get this finalist through, and Link and Acid are encroaching upon. Speaking of, like, Link actually has finalists now, so we have 2 more finalists ready, and that's very scary for Acid. Acid needs to win this round to keep himself in the picture for the top 4 finalists. And Chrome and Link, the Evo boys, are just duking it out for this 3rd place. They want it. They need it. They have to have it. Dan, how is it going?
Chroma has been stuck in finalist mode for 3 rounds already, and it has given Link so much time to catch back up and plug the gap. But now it's really looking good for Chroma. Link, not to have the best start, actually clipping there, so now it's pretty much up to Acid to deny, and he's also very far back. So looking really good for Chroma. Maybe Ken Ox, maybe the one guy that has a WR here, but that's still unbeaten, I believe. Make a difference. Yeah. I think he has a bit of a better line than Chroma, but oh no, doesn't get a great exit. If Chroma doesn't make any further mistakes, he got this in the back. Acid is zooming closer and closer, but he should not be able to make it. Yes, he will not be able to make it indeed. And that's Chroma securing 3rd place, beating his teammate
GG.
Link and Acid to it.
Well played, Chroma. Holds that lead. Acid tried his hardest. You saw his ending was really fast, just trying to catch up, trying to keep him from getting that finalist, but he does indeed get it. Very nice job by Chroma. Now Link is the only finalist remaining, and that means that the rest of the pack is going to need to deny him themselves to keep it from Link being the 4th and final finalist, I guess. So here we go, Acid. Very strong player, one of the best in the world, I would say. And here we go, he's solidly in 1st. I think, where's Link here? Just behind. So yeah, we see the 2 top performers right now duking it out. Link gets a little bit of an inside line, does keep the SD pretty clean though, so he is very fast. It's really between these 2. Although actually Ox, just zooming on ahead, has a beautiful line here and is slightly overtaking Link. This could be Ox's 1st win in this live round section here. Although Link, so close, this is neck and neck. He gets a little bit of a lower line. Who gets a better SD? It is Link! Who gets the finalist win! What a beautiful ending there. And Ox just barely didn't make the cut to deny him that win. And there you have it, Dan. Our 4 finalist winners. Fantastic match from everyone.
It's Kirill ahead of Mada, ahead of Chroma, and followed by Link taking the top 4 positions. Ox really trying to make a difference there in the end. But unfortunately, he didn't quite get the best wall entry. He had to overslide the exit a bit, and as a result, could not beat Link to it, who secures his 4th place.
Wow. GG's. What an exciting final. I gotta see more of that. That felt like it went by so fast.
Yes, it kind of did. Like, I mean, it was 1.5 hours now. So, yeah, it was a really exciting finals because some really close round, and the top 4 really made it a tough one.
Those guys played out of their minds. Chroma, Link, Mutta. Wait, they messed up the order. God dang it.
Yeah,
it was Kirill.
It
was Kirill, Mutta, and then it was Chroma and then Link.
Kirill, Mutta, Chroma, and Link. Did I mess it up too? I don't know.
They literally just finished. It's been a long cast.
Yeah, and the remaining 4 players also did a really good job, but they couldn't quite keep up the pace and consistency of the top 4. They did provide some really close rounds, like especially Acid and Ox towards the end, sniping around here and there, making it even more nerve-wracking for the remaining players who are stuck in finalist mode and have to win that one crucial round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That format really lends itself to FullSpeed solo competition. I absolutely loved spectating that. Yes, so great job by all the players.
It can be really nerve-wracking as a player, but yes, as a spectator, I think nothing beats this format in excitement.
For sure.
Because as long as people are have reasonably similar pace, you will always have an exciting ending to the match. That's what makes it so great. Yeah.
So, we should definitely thank the organizers. Tundle in the chat already doing that for us. Thank you, Tundle. Thank you to Sam, Snicks, Dooms, and Unlucky Lordy for hosting. You guys have made an awesome event, so thank you for hosting that to get all the players in and make sure it's all organized and everything. You did a lot of work, and we're very appreciative of that. So thank you very much.
Yes,
and thank you to Dan as well.
Gladly. Thank you guys so much for inviting us in the first place. It was a blast being a part of this. I think it's not it wasn't perfect. We had some hiccups, but I think I really enjoyed it personally. I hope you did too. Thank you so much for joining and supporting me as well.
I don't know what to say. I'm just very happy.
We just got a huge raid by Mada.
Stream thing.
So we have 440 people joining us just to try and do the finishing moderation.
Veg.
Sam, do you want to go live after this? Because in that case, we can do a transition and I'll revert the stream key. Because I think given there is a huge raid, if you do have time, that would make sense. Okay, no, you don't.
Okay.
What we did, I said previously to this that we're going to announce everyone donated, followed, and subbed after this. Unfortunately, I just figured out I can't do that because I don't have the rights to access those. So Sam is live daily, and you can catch him pretty much daily, usually in the afternoon. He will thank you there. He and we are very thankful for your support. This wouldn't have been possible without you. We wouldn't have had a prize pool. Thank you guys so much for the donation. The ones previous to the stream and the ones during the stream. I hope you had a blast. We definitely did. Wait, you send a screenshot? Maybe we can do that then. Okay, we actually can do it. So firstly, awesome. Thank you so much for following. Mada, of course. Thank you so much for the raid, and congrats to that second place. That was a really exciting fight between you and Kirill. Evo, thank you. Evo Import, thank you for the follow. Kanta, thank you for following. Adam, also, thank you for following. Psycho, thank you for the raid. Claudinity, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. That's huge support. Zalch, thank you for following. Anonymous, thank you so much for your contribution to the prize pool. And Babu, thank you for following as well. Okay, so we got that covered.
A lot of followers. Thank you guys.
Yes. Yeah,
I hope we get the information on the people who donated to the prize pool.
I think it was one anonymous donation, the one I already read.
Gotcha. Okay.
I said anonymous tipped 50 euros. Thanks for the cup.
Well, thank you, Anon, for your generosity. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
And I hope you had as much of a blast as we did.
Right.
As far as I know, there is another edition planned. Time, format, everything will be announced when it's due. Awesome. Next up is, well, hopefully for most of you guys, SBS. There will be plenty of casts to that, so let me actually advertise that. You can go to the FullSpeed Major Series Discord if you're interested in watching more FullSpeed matches. There will be plenty coming up in the next few weeks.
It's exciting as well.
Exactly.
Always good to have more FS competition.
Should we close it out here? Because
yeah.
I don't have anything left.
Anything else you want to say? Yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you everyone for watching. It was a blast. Thank you for allowing me to co-cast with Dan here, and yeah, thank you Sam for inviting me. It was a lot of fun. Really cool competition. I hope something similar can happen again soon. Thank you everyone who was chatting. Love you guys. All right, that's all.
Yes, I've got nothing to add.